Start in standing towards the front end of our mat. So just find your way there in a nice neutral stance. We're gonna go for that walk like we did in chair yoga yesterday. We're gonna do that nice little walk where when we're walking, we want to think about our hips, and we're going to try not to let our hips push out to the side. So you're gonna keep your hips as level as you can as you walk, which means keeping your legs doing the work. And then you're going to just slow it down. So you're going to start to just take your walk backwards, walk forwards, and just shoot for not too much of a sway in your walk and not too much of a push in your hips. And then at first it's like just finding it, right? So at first it might feel like noticing where you're finding the effort coming from, noticing how bent you need to keep your knees in order to get your hips to not move too much. And then if you can keep your eyes on the horizon, you've got your toes spread going on, working for you. Hips are going to try to stay in that nice straightforward pattern. You wouldn't normally want to walk like this. You would want your hips to kind of move with you in a normal, natural way. But we just want to call upon strength from elsewhere to get everybody to organize in a really cool way. So we can find those places where strength comes into our body. Notice your breath. All right, we're going to go for one more walk back and forth. And then the next time you come up towards the front end of your mat, you're going to stay there and find that soft mountain pose. So a little neutral hips, a little bit neutral feet, a little touch of softness into your knees, and a little softness down into your arms. Gaze forward and just take a nice gentle breath. All right, and when we inhale, we're going to go bend the elbows, hands are going to touch the heart. And then as you exhale, the return, and then you'll switch which one comes on top as you go. So inhale, hands come up, touch the heart. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, hands come up, touch the heart. Exhale, hands come down. And then you're just going to few cycles of breath and just follow your breath's rhythm. Best you can, let your exhalation start to slow down. All right, now we're going to add a little bend of the knees. So you're going to inhale, hands touch the heart, bend your knees like you're sitting down into your little chair. And how deep you go, just let it be a little bit strong in the legs. Exhale and return, hands come down. And then inhale, hands find the heart, butt sinks down. And then just take a few rounds here. Going nice and slow, following your breath. Inhale as you sit down. Exhale as you return. All right, now the next time you sit down into your chair, you're going to stay there, maybe sink a little bit further, and then maybe just a slight shift of weight into the toes and the balls of the feet. So you just put that axis forward and then get your toes spread. So if you tipped your weight forward and then your toes scrunched up a little bit, get them to reduce scrunching. Sweep your arms behind you, spread your fingers, and then reach like you're doing that hula hoop, but in reverse. So you want to feel like you're spreading your shoulder blades, broadening your chest, spread your fingers. Notice your upper body, notice your ribs. Take a nice big breath. All right, now you're going to just see if you can lift your heels just slightly away from the ground. Doesn't have to be full range of motion, just enough so you feel like you're calling upon some extra strength from your legs. Heels are going to return to the ground. Axis is going to shift back so it's evenly distributed into the balls of the feet and the heels. And now tip forward even more so you're in an L shape or 7 shape. Keep that energy in your arms. Keep that broadness or that idea of the wide, proud shoulders, that hula hooping idea. Lengthen your neck. Gaze down slightly ahead of your toes. Take a nice big breath. Arms are going to come out to T position. Everything else is going to stay exactly as it is. Lift your arms out, spread that energy out into your arms, across your back, across your chest. Nice wide, proud armpits. Now take a nice big breath. All right, and then on your next inhale, you're going to bend your knees and fold towards your feet. And then soften everything. We're going to hang in a little bit of a dangle here. So adjust your legs, adjust your torso, give yourself a little bit of space. For some of us, it'll feel nice to catch hold of elbows. And then once you've got a little bit of a dangle, you're just going to give it a little bit of time. Let your spine have some time. Let the backs of your legs have a little bit of time. Take one more breath. All right, we're going to slowly bring ourselves down to tabletop position. So if you're holding your elbows, go ahead and release them slowly and mindfully. Bring yourself down to your table. And then once you've got your tabletop position, wrists just slightly ahead of the shoulders, just for wrist comfort. Spread your fingers and then spin your index fingers in just like an inch. And then once you feel like your wrists feel like they're in a happy position, if you got there and there was like something off, fix it so that your wrists feel like very effortless. And then notice your hands, notice your palms, press gently down into your arms. Imagine your arms are trying to pull the yoga mat apart just a little bit so you feel a little active in the upper back body. Gaze down at the space between index fingers. Take a nice big breath. All right, now we're going to go into barrel rolls. So toes tucked or toes released, go for the one that feels good, or play with maybe a little bit of both. You're going to go belly down, ribs over to one side, round your back, ribs over to the other side, belly comes down. And then you're going to smooth those circles out and go nice and slow. So as you go slower, you might notice little sticky places along the way. So we're going to take the time to go slow so that we can feel and find those little sticky places. And then maybe eventually they start to smooth themselves out just a little bit. Right now, as you go along in this barrel roll going in this direction, you're going to notice where, when you go, is the most stiff or the most sensational. And you're going to see if you can find that spot and then just pause. So for me, it's a little over to the right, a slight rounding in the back, and then I can stay there for a second. So find your little sticky spot, hang there for a second, take a nice big breath. And then take your barrel rolls in reverse, but start really, really slow. Get that little bit of a segment so you can feel into ribs to the side, belly down, ribs over to the other side, and then go nice and slow so that you can look for any sticky places, any place where it gets a little caught up, any place that you just notice, oh, that's a little bit stiffer there, or I have a little muscle tension. Just kind of take the time to notice. And then you see if you can get it to smooth itself out just a little bit. And then once there's a little bit more sense of smoothness, then you look for that last little remarkable spot, right? The point that still gives you a little bit of like notice. And then pause on that spot for a second. Take a nice big breath. Nice. And then soften everything, come down elbows and forearms. Take a second there. Now we're going to go elbows and forearms, but we're going to flip so the palms are facing into each other. And then we're going to go right leg is going to go back. You're going to stretch the calf and the Achilles tendon. So you're going to push down into your elbows, and then your hands, palms are facing in, pinky edge is on the ground. And you're going to do little micro karate chops. So you're just going to lift the fingers up a touch, but try to keep your forearms connected to the ground. You're feeling that nice stretch through the back line of your leg, through your Achilles tendon, through your calf muscle. Notice your breath. Nice. One more little karate chop. And then when you're ready, slide your right leg in, slide your left leg back, find that nice intentional point of stretch, push into your heel, feel that aliveness into the back of your leg, and then come back to your karate chops. Lovely. One more karate chop. And then when you're ready, slide that left leg in. Now we're going to go out to that happy puppy position. So hips roughly in line with the knees, arms walk out, but then tent your fingers. So arms as wide or as narrow as you like, tent your fingers so you come up onto the tips of your fingers and your palms are in that lifted situation. Let your shoulders snuggle down, let everything find its way first. And then once you've got a nice happy puppy that feels good, then add a little head movement. As you inhale, look forward to the space between your hands. And then as you exhale, look down to the space between your legs. Take one more moment. And then we'll walk back up nice and slow. So we're going to come, so we're in a little bit of an uneven table. Left arm is going to come down. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to wedge it behind your right knee pit. And then you're just going to rock back so you feel a little squeeze of your back of your thigh pressing into your hand. And then you're going to rock forward. Let your left arm, elbow, and forearm help support you so that you get a little bit of movement, a little compression in the back of the knee pit, that nice gentle space maker, but just kind of get a sense, like, notice, how does your knee feel? How does your knee pit feel? How do your butt muscles feel as you go back? One more forward and back. And then we're going to switch sides. So the right hand is going to release, right hand, elbow, and forearm down. Left hand's going to reach back, find that knee pit, and then work your way into your squish, just floating forward and back, finding that kneecap space maker and that lymph channel compression. Nice. Go for one more rock forward and back. Now we're going to spin it around. We're going to be sitting in crisscross applesauce, but we're going to sit on our Pilates ball. So you're going to spin your butt around, and then we're going to play with balance. So sometimes you're going to feel super duper wobbly, and that's kind of the point. So you're going to take your Pilates ball and you're going to sit on it. And then you're just going to wait for a second to make sure it feels kind of evenly spaced underneath your tush. And then legs are going to go out in front of you, dorsiflex the feet, a bit of a space between your legs, like you've got a little bit of width. And then you want to feel like you can move your arms just up and down to about shoulder height. With the wide position of the legs, hopefully here you feel pretty stable. All right, now we're going to do the hand warmer where we get that compression of breath. So we'll inhale through the nose and you'll make your hand into a little fist and you're going to blow your breath out through your hand to create a restriction of the breath. So we want to feel into that slow progressive breath where we suddenly feel like we have to really force the breath out. So we're looking for that subtle exchange. So you're going to inhale through your nose, take a nice big breath. And then as you exhale, push the breath out through your mouth into that closed off hand. You want to create a restriction. You want to feel like you're having to effort with that exhalation. And you're looking for that point where you go, oh, okay, if I've got to crunch a little bit to get the rest of the breath out. And that's going to be your end point. That's what we're looking for in that like depth of breath. Take another inhale through your nose. Exhale, push it out through your restricted hand. Inhale through your nose. And then this time you're going to try not to let your cheeks puff out as you push the breath out through your hand. So big inhale through your nose, fill your rib cage up. Try to keep skinny cheeks and push the breath out through your mouth. All right, now in this last breath, we're going to walk right up to that edge where you feel like you're at that sweet spot where the breath goes out. There's a little effort. And then if you go any further, you have to kind of really push it out. So we're going to look for that spot. And then you're going to see if you can pause on that spot and take a false inhalation. So you'll close your mouth, pinch your mouth closed, and everybody's like breath depth and length will feel a little bit different. So give a little wiggle to your tush, sit up nice and tall. Take a nice big rib cage filling breath in through your nose and then skinny cheeks, move the breath out through your mouth. And then you're looking for that sound exchange where the quality of breath happens to go towards that edge. Pause at that edge, close off your nose, mouth, and throat. Hands can come down or hands can hold, and then take a false inhalation and see what you find. And then release your air. Now we're going to get really wobbly. So you're just going to walk your heels in together like you're making a little pizza slice with your leg or with your feet. And then you're going to play with alternating a touch point. It's going to make you feel wobbly because you have reduced your midline or your center of balance. So you want to feel like your gripping muscles are going to help you. So don't worry about what you look like. Think of it as just sort of playful, but we're looking for just coming in and out of stability repeatedly. And then you're going to put, this is the fun part, you're going to put a little smile on your mouth and you're going to gaze forward and allow, let's say that sometimes the barometer is what we create. So let this be sort of a joyful experience. Let your lips come up into a little smile. Let it be a little bit playful, even though it can be challenging. And then you're going to look for, could you get both hands up and hold in that balance just for a second? Let it be wobbly. Let it be fun. You're safe. You're near the ground. Your hands will catch you no matter what. Take a second to see what you can find. And then let everything soften. Come off of the seat of your ball. Move it out from underneath your butt. Have it off to the side. So when we come down onto our back, we'll have some good work down there with it as well. All right. Take a second. Come all the way down onto your back. And then just give your core muscles just a moment to reduce effort. All right, now put a little bit of length into the back of your neck. Keep your feet solid on the ground. Make sure you're not scrunching up your toes. Get that toe spread going on. Adjust your butt, adjust your back, tune into your rib cage and just make sure it's not puffed up, flaring up. Anchor the back of your rib cage down and then let your arms come out somewhere between anatomical and T position. So find that mid space where it feels comfortable and you feel like there's a little air in your armpits. 3 cervical nods. On an exhalation, everything from the neck down is going to stay as stationary as it can. You're just going to lift your head up and imagine somebody's tied a little string to the top of your head. So as you lift up, you put a little bit of length into the back of your neck And then keep that length coming as you slowly return your head back down to the ground. Lift your head up. Bottom half of the body stays as stable as it can, just the cervical nod. Lengthen your neck. And then slowly return. Keep lengthening the neck as you go down. And then just one more time, cervical nod. Lift your head, lengthen your neck. Lift up just enough so it feels good. And then slow, slow, slow return. All right, now bring right knee into your chest and just take your right knee and draw it in a couple gentle circles. Take your right knee and draw it in circles, going the other way. All right, now we're going to do the move the knee a little bit away, bring the knee in, push the knee up into your hands, release, move the knee a little bit away, but we're going to go for a slightly more dynamic pace. So Tuesday we did it with a little bit of slow intention. The intention's still there, but now we're going to find just that slightly quicker pace. So you pull it in, hands do that job. Push the knee up, legs do that job. Knee comes down, soften and release. Knee moves away, hands do that work. Knee comes in, hands do the work. Knee pushes up into the arm. Both the arms and the legs are really doing some effort because your hands are creating resistance and the knee is giving a push. Soften, release, move it away. And now find a little bit of a dynamic pace. Move it in, push it up, soften down, move it away. In, up, soften, move. All right, now the next time you push your knee up into your hand, you're going to hold that steady push and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften, come in further, and then grip your front pocket of the jeans muscles. Release your hand hold, but keep that knee in place and hold it there. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to slow as you can. Slow, 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 slow. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It's like super duper slow. Release that leg back down to the ground. And then once it touches down, just take a moment, notice. And then when you're ready, bring your left knee up toward your chest, loose hand hold, take the left knee and draw it in a couple of circles. Reverse directions, go the other way. All right, now we're going to look for that play with our wind relieving shape. So you move the knee a little bit away, you bring it in with the hands, you push the knee up into your hands, soften, and then move it away. And then you're just going to look for that slightly dynamic pace. The push, the arms create a frame, the hip flexors do some work. All right, now the next time your right knee or left knee pushes into the hand, hold that steady push. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften, hug the knee in nice and close, grip the front pockets of your jeans, hold there, release your hand hold. Hold steady for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften, and then slow, 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 slow. The slowest you can go to slowly bring that leg back down to the ground. Excellent. And then once that leg is down to the ground, right leg, right arm, stretch out and away from each other. Think big good morning stretch. Point your toes, spread your fingers, take that yawning stretch. Excellent. Right hand's going to come down, anatomical position, spread the fingers, palms facing up. Right leg is going to lift, toe and knee pointing up towards the ceiling to start. Right leg is going to abduct, slide it out a little bit wider so it's kind of reaching towards the corner of your mat, but keep it in that lifted position. Now turn the toe out. So turn the leg out so that the toe and the knee are turned to the right, and then hold in that steady position. And then you're going to add a little bit of a pulse. So you're just going to lightly pulse the leg up and down. Slow and steady work. Check and make sure you're not holding your breath. All right, one more moment here. And then come back to that stillness, but still hold it in that lift, still hold it in that turned out position. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Turn the toe and the knee up, but keep it in that slightly abducted position. Slow return. Go slowly back to that starting position. Slowly lower the leg down as slow as you can possibly go. And then when your heel touches the ground, slide that leg in, pause for a moment, notice. One side will feel a little different from the other. And then we're going to take the work to the other side. So arms in roughly, and left leg, left arm stretch out and away from each other. Big good morning stretch. Spread your fingers, point your toes, take a big breath. Beautiful. Soften, let the left hand come out into that anatomical position. Turn the left toes and the knee up, lift the leg up. Swing it out so it's slightly abducted, hold there. And then turn the toe and the knee out so it's in an external rotation. And then if it feels good, add a little bit up an inch, down an inch. And then notice, for me, my right hip kind of wants to push off a little bit. Can you square up your hips so that you don't feel like you're just kind of tipped over to the left? So square everything up. You want to feel like there's effort coming from your center as well. All right, now reduce the up an inch, down an inch. Let the leg just stay in that nice heavy held position. Turn the toe and the knee up, but keep it slightly abducted. Slowly bring the leg back into that middle position. And then slowly lower it down. Slow, 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 slow. Nice. All right, keep that left leg out nice and long. Bring your right knee up. Catch hold of the back of the thigh. Push your thigh into your hand. Your arm's creating a nice bit of strength in that frame, and you're not going to reduce this push. You're going to keep constantly pushing that thigh into your hand, and your hand's going to create that little resistance. Left hand's going to come behind your head. Exhale, curl up. Keep your thigh pushing into your hand. Press your left heel down into the ground. Hold in the curl. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower down. Keep your thigh pushing into your hand. Exhale, curl right back up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl up, hold. Hold for 5. Heels pressing into the earth, thighs pushing into the hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. Softly lower down, float the right leg down, release your left hand from behind your head. 3 leg lifts to knee height. Lift that left leg up to about knee height, and then slowly lower it back down to the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up to knee height. Slow lower it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up to knee height. Slow lower it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your left knee. Catch hold of the back of the thigh. Push your thigh into your hand. Hold that frame. Right leg is going to slide nice and long. Toe and the knee pointing up. Heel connected to the ground. Right hand comes behind your head. Keep your left thigh pushing into your hand. Exhale, curl up. Keep your thigh pushing into your hand. Keep your heel pushing into the ground. Hold that curled up position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl back up. Keep your thigh pushing into your hand. Keep your heel pressing into the ground. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl back up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl back up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your head, lower your leg, step both feet in, pause in a neutral position for a second. Let your heels of your hands find the sides of your ribs. Let your fingers spill over your ribs. Now we're going to go right into a rib cage breath. So adjust your butt, adjust your shoulder blades, and adjust the back of your neck so it's nice and long. We want to feel like the rib cage is nicely anchored down. Take a big rib cage filling breath, like you're trying to move the sides of the ribs into your heels of your hands. And then feel your fingers into your belly. And as you exhale, think soft belly, let your air go. So you want to feel like the belly just kind of softens underneath your fingers and sinks in just a little bit. And then inhale, fill up into the heels of your hands. Let the rib cage lift, open, and expand with the in-breath. Exhale, soft belly. Let the fingers soften into your abdomen as you let the breath go. All right, big breath. Fill the rib cage up. Try to maintain that expanded shape of the ribs. Exhale, soft belly, let your air go. Now we're going to take one more breath out of vacuum if you like. Inhale, fill the breath, fill your rib cage, heels of the hands lift up into your sides of the ribs, lift up into the heels of your hands. Try to maintain that expanded shape as you exhale slowly, and you're looking for that sweet spot where you can find the breath goes out. You don't have to force it. And then once you hit that end range where your belly's soft underneath your fingers, close off your nose, mouth, and throat. Take a false inhalation. Don't let any air come in and hold your breath for a moment. And then when you're ready, release your air. Grab your Pilates ball, put it right between your knees or your thighs. And we're going to play with that inner thigh squeeze. So we're going to start with a metered pace. So you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to metered squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slower squeeze. Hold 1. Release. Squeeze, hold 2. Release. Squeeze, hold 3. Release. Squeeze, hold 4. Release. Squeeze, hold 5. Release. Squeeze, hold 6. Release. Squeeze, hold 7. Release. Squeeze, hold 8. Release. Squeeze, hold 9. Release. Squeeze, hold 10. Release. Back to metered pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to metered pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze and hold. Hold that squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze and slight hold. Squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, 3, release. Squeeze and hold, release. Squeeze and hold, release. We're on 6, release. 7, release. 8, release. 9, release. 10, release. Back to metered pace. This is our last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab your ball, put it off to the side, let your legs come out into a butterfly position. Just go right to the edge. And then if it helps you, wedge your hands right up underneath the side of your glutes so that it feels like it kind of holds up and supports your butterfly for a moment. Let's see, where could you let go or reduce effort in your inner thighs and take a nice big breath. Take one more breath. Let your hands help your legs come up and together. Pull your knees up towards your chest. Take a couple of gentle circles. Circle in one direction. Circle the other way. We're going to rock and roll up to a seated position. So catch a little rock and roll, catch a little momentum. Come up to Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce. Grab your stretchy resistance band. Put it right in front of your chest. Do that little lobster claw grab, arms out in front of you, ribs stacked down, nice tall spine. Pull the band apart, hold at the end range of motion. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Slow return. Come back out, hold at the end range of motion. Slow return. Come back out, hold at that end range. Back in nice and slow, pull it a diagonal. One arm up, one arm down, pull apart, hold. Come back in nice and slow, stay at that diagonal, pull apart, hold. Come back in nice and slow. One more time on this diagonal, pull apart and hold. Come back in nice and slow, switch your diagonal, pull apart and hold. Come back in nice and slow, keep with that diagonal, pull apart and hold. Come back in nice and slow. Last one here, pull apart and hold. Come back in nice and slow, and you'll adjust your grip as you go. So we want to go for that front position, and then we're going to go for the big rainbow up and over. So you're going to take a couple of times to find the shape, find the range, find the depth of work that feels right, the spacing of the band, a little bit of tension on that band as you go up and over. And then go for about 3 more if you can, and look for a really nice neutral head position. Beautiful. All right, take a second. Whoo, put that band off to the side. Flippity do your way into tabletop position. Once you've got your tabletop position, we're going to go fingertips in, so that mid Athena position. So you're going to go heels of the hands out towards the edges of your mat. Fingertips pointing in. Feet in dorsiflex position. Pull the yoga mat apart with your arms. Gaze down slightly into the space between your fingers or slightly ahead of your fingers. Take a nice big rib cage filling breath. Exhale, think soft belly, let your air go. All right, inhale, big 360 breath. Try to maintain that shape of the ribs. Exhale, soft belly, let your air go. Last breath here. Inhale, fill your rib cage up. Exhale, prepare, swallow, close off nose, mouth, and throat, or pinch your nose closed, keep your mouth closed. Take a fake inhalation. Don't let any air come in. Hold your breath. Release your air, spin your grip out so that your hands find the edges of your mat. Grab the edges of your mat, get a little bit of a pulling apart feeling there. On your next exhalation, lift your hips up, come into a down dog, take a few petals of the legs. Wonderful. of the legs, and then float your legs back down to tabletop position, and then slide your right knee forward. So just drive it forward and then walk your left leg back. So we're coming into that knee facing forward pigeon-like position. Walk your hands in, tent your fingers, get your hands as tall as you can, and then push into those tented fingers, lift your chest, lift your gaze, take a big breath. Now you're going to grip the muscles of your legs and you're going to see if you can float your hands up away from the ground. It's a big challenge. Lift up into that proud pigeon. See if you can flip your palms, lift your chin slightly, lift your gaze, and then softly and controlled float everything back down. Push down into your arms, lift up just enough so you can slide that right leg back. Take a second as you come through table, give your hips a little bop. That proud pigeon maneuver is very challenging. So if you're like, woo, that's hard, it is. All right, slide your left knee forward. Walk your right leg back. Get comfortable there first. Make sure it feels good to your knees. Walk your fingers in, tent your fingers, lift your chest. Grip the muscles in your legs. Lift your arms up. Spin your hands up, lift your chest, lift your chin. Slow and controlled release. Take your time. Pick your butt up, slide your legs back into your table position. Get your toes curled under, exhale, lift up into downward facing dog. Look forward. Take the time to do that focused gaze. So look forward, see where your hands are going to end up, or excuse me, see where your feet are going to end up. Look to that front spot and then slow walk your feet to meet your gaze. And then once your feet have come up and underneath your gaze, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll your way up to standing, take your time. Inhale, arms up above your head. Exhale, shoulders down just a little bit, make a little bit of a gold post with your arms. And then on your next inhale, sit your butt down and back, spread your sits bones just a little bit. Arms are going to reach behind you. Keep everything else nice and stable. Reach your arms back. Draw energy out through your arms. Wide, proud shoulders. Wide, proud armpits. Wide, proud fingers. Spread your fingers. Gaze down just slightly now. Sink just a little further into your squat. And then notice your rib cage. If it feels like your chest is a little puffed up, see if you can pull the rib cage back and down just a touch. Take one more moment. And then on your next inhalation, soften and fold over your legs. Take a moment, just a little glance at your feet. Make sure your toe spacers feel good. And then we're going to come down into our little ball of yarn, or that nice little low squat. So you're going to bend your knees, pick up your heels, tuck into that little ball. Let your chin tuck to your chest and take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Sit your butt down nice and slow. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the left and to right, into little butterfly. Thumbs into your instep and pull the feet apart like you're opening up a book. You're going to go as far forward in your fold as you feel good about. So everybody's shape will look a little bit different, but as you go, open up your feet like a book. Think, keep your pinky blade edge of your feet together. Big toes move further and further away. Open the book of your feet, fold over your legs. Take your time as you go. Look for your edge. See if you can create a little bit more length or space in your spine or through the front of your torso, and ask yourself, does that create more room for your edge? Take a breath. Lengthen your spine first. Lift from the top of your head. Let your chest follow. Keep your book of your feet open. Come up nice and slow and controlled. And then release the book of your feet. Let your knees come up and together. As we come back down onto our back, have your Pilates ball handy and nearby. We're going to come on down, lift your butt up, and you're going to put the Pilates ball centered underneath your hips and your sacrum. So we want it just in that nice middle-y space. And then once you've got your way there, right leg, right arm are going to stretch out nice and long. So stretch your right leg down, Stretch your right arm up and then just give it a moment. If you can keep your foot slightly so that the toe and the knee are pointing up towards the ceiling, but it's in a lightly relaxed state, allow that to be, and then take a few slow, deep, intentional breaths. Slowly slide your right leg in. Slowly float your right arm back down, switching sides. Left leg is going to slide out nice and long. Left arm is going to stretch up above your head. A little softness to the lengthened position. So we want to feel like there's a little gentle stretch in the left front pocket of the jeans, but we can reduce a touch of effort and then just allow your breath to come in and out for a moment. All right, now we're going to walk both legs out nice and long. So let your left arm return to like that low T position and then step both legs out, but we're going to walk them out just a little bit wide and then you're going to give them a second because we want to let the toes spill out. So you want to make sure that the ball feels good underneath your hips and underneath your sacrum. Do a little reset if it doesn't feel great. And then once you feel like your legs are in a manageable position and it feels pretty good and you feel like there's like just an openness into that front pocket area, arms are going to float up and think big starfish here. And then in your big starfish, you're going to breathe like you're trying to breathe past the front pockets of your jeans all the way down to your toes. You got your nice toes spread on. So breathe like you're trying to bring aliveness down to your soles of your feet, your arches, and that space that you've created between your toes. Take one more breath. Now we're going to go off to one side. So whether you roll off to your left or whether you roll off to your right, there's no right or wrong. But if you're going to roll to the left, you're going to just take the time to slide your right foot in. So it's going to offer a little bit of support. If you're going to roll to the right, you're going to step your left leg in. And then you're going to roll gently over to one side, away from that bent knee. You're going to grab your ball out from underneath you. You're going to roll into a little fetal position. So you're going to tuck your knees in, roll onto your side. And then from that fetal position, you're going to take your ball, put it between your knees. It's going to be a little space saver. Left hand is going to find the thighs, open up into your open book twist, and then hang out there. Adjust it so it feels good. Open your rib cage, open your armpit, turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees. Take a nice, big, generous breath. We're going to unwind, twist. We're going to roll onto our back Apanasana, knees to chest, and then we'll roll to the other side, but we're going to shoot to keep the ball between the knees best we can. So to start by bringing that outer arm in, so you unwind from your twist, release your grip, roll onto your back, use your body strategically so it's a nice organized way of going. Take a second in Apanasana, just make sure everything feels good. And then we're going to take the knees over to the other side. Go nice and slow. Roll into that fetal side lying position. Get the ball adjusted so it feels good. Stack your hand on the knees and then open up into your twist and then adjust. Adjust your ribs, your shoulders, your armpit, get everything where it's comfortable enough. You feel like you're in a good open position. And then let your breath slow down a little bit. One more breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to unwind twist first. You're going to bring that open arm in, release your grip, use your arm strategically, roll onto your back. So you're taking that ball into Apanasana, knees to chest with you, and then take those knees to chest and just circle them a little bit, keeping the ball between your knees. Circle the other way. Arms are going to come a little bit lower, and you're going to use your blade edge pinky fingers to just anchor your upper body onto the ground. And then once you feel like you're there, keep the ball between your knees. Pull the knees up towards your shoulders. Keep your shoulders back so your arms and your head connected to the ground, and then soften the knees a little bit away. Use your breath now. Exhale, pull the knees up, hold, release nice and slow. Keep your head and your shoulders connected, back to the arms anchored. Exhale, pull the knees up, hold. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull the knees up, hold. Inhale, slow release. One more time. Exhale, pull the knees up, hold. Inhale, slow release. Grab the ball, left foot down, right leg hops right over the left. Low figure four. We're going to pick the figure four up and then add just that little touch of that back leg stretch. So pick the figure four up. Bring your legs just a little bit closer to your chest. Get that good squeeze. Take a big breath. All right, now your right hand's going to reach around the back of your thigh. You're going to catch hold of your left foot. And then you're going to see if you can let your left hand hold your right foot and let your left knee come down towards the ground. And hopefully here you feel a good stretch into the top of your thigh. So hopefully it feels good, nothing zinging you in your knee. Take a moment, notice the stretch. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bring that leg back up. Release your grip, float everything down, uncross to recross. Right leg down, left leg hops over the right. Lift your figure four up, thread your hands through, get that comfortable hold. You're going to slip your left hand out. See if your left hand can find your right foot. Right hand is going to hold on to the left foot, and you're going to let the right knee lower down. Go nice and slow. Take your time. And you're looking for that feeling that comes into a stretch across that right top of your thigh. Nice. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently, mindfully lift it back up. Release your grip. Float everything down. Uncross your legs, step them out nice and wide. Take some big windshield wipers. And then as you do your big windshield wipers here, you're going to ask yourself, what's going to feel good to finish your practice? Would it feel good to go constructive rest? Would it feel good to go with a more just traditional Shavasana corpse pose? Or would it feel good to take your Pilates ball and put it into the upper back body area and take a little bit of an open heart back bend? The open heart back bend, obviously a little bit more efforted work. So you want to make sure it feels like that's where you want to be. So find the shape of your body, whether it's traditional corpse pose, reclined cobbler's pose, constructive rest, a little broken fish, anything that feels good. And then allow your body to just take the time to enjoy the shape. Soften into the shape. And then just offer some breath into your shape. Soft, gentle breath. Take a moment just to notice the rhythm of your breath. And then start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. If you opted to have the ball underneath your heart space, upper back body, take a slight gentle snow angel arm. Just gently move them up and down just to bring a little bit of aliveness into the chest, the armpit chest, the shoulders, your upper back body. And then when you feel like it's a little bit more alert, a little bit more alive, then maybe you just take it a little touch further just to find that nice bit of stretching through that upper back body. And then if you rolled over to the left on the first go when we rolled off to one side, then you're going to slowly roll off to the right. If you rolled over to the right, you're going to slowly roll off to the left. So just find a shape, bend one knee, push gently into that leg, roll off. Take a second, come into a little fetal position, take a big breath. Get a sense of the solidness of the ground beneath you, and then slowly push your way up into a comfortable seat. And if you can sit Sukhasana crisscross applesauce on your Pilates ball, then that's going to be my suggestion, that you take that ball, put it underneath your butt, get it nicely centered. And then I find that I can let my legs relax, and that's pretty comfortable, but I can also put a little energy into the legs. So shoot for the one that you feel like you can comfortably sit and balance and possibly bring your hands to your heart. And then once you've got yourself there, just give your butt a little wiggle, make sure everything feels good. Find that nice tall spine. Close your eyes down for a moment. Gently bow your head to your heart. Notice the movement of breath in your body. Take a nice, generous breath of love and gratitude towards yourself, for your mind, for your body, for all of your hard work. And then take another big breath just to fill up with some good positive intentions that you can carry with you through the rest of your morning. And then when you feel ready, gently lift up through the top of your head, gently open your eyes. I bow to you. You guys are amazing. Happy Thursday.